microwave. So you wanna ride my, you wanna ride my way. You wanna.
I'm gonna try to build my Sims house and talk to you at the same time. Because I gotta build this big old house and it's gonna take me hours.
She's talking about, why do my time say 24 hours and 3 seconds? What happened here whilst I was gone? Because I don't see that I was live. I see it said upcoming. What's going on? Okay. Ooh. It's the updates for me. Okay, so first of all, I just figured out something. Okay? I just figured out something very crazy. Nani just told me something that really just made me like, for real. What did you just drop? Give it here. Oh. Okay. Anyway. What was that face?
I was like,
Let me tell you something. I like Nani better as an older teenager than I did when she was a younger teenager. She lost her damn mind. Okay. And let me tell you something. I was researching how much it would cost for me to publish my novel, right? It costs $45 per 20 pages. That's a lot of money. But so, because I wrote a lot. But I was like, dang, I really described in great detail like what went on in my house. And now I'm a little bit nervous about putting it out. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do it anyway because God called me to do it. So I'm going to make sure I handle that business, and do what I need to do. But so, I like Nani better as an older teenager. She talks to me more, and she is a little bit more relatable. Okay.
I feel like I'm also more honest about things. Like, I have no reason to lie to you.
Yeah, no. There's no need for lies. Like, what is we lying about? There's no reason to be lying. Period. Okay. Okay. Okay, period. So, in this video, I'm going to update you guys on what happened with me and Bruce. And then also, Nani and I are going to talk about how I was done completely wrong. I'll talk about how I was done wrong. And it's not going to be in that order. Also, y'all, I have to get so much stuff together from my storage. So when I got locked up, y'all not going to believe this. I was sentenced on my dad's birthday. So like a day or two after I was sentenced to the 2.5 years, my father went and got 2 storages. And I told him, don't put all my stuff in storage. Just put, I told him to just put, the small knick-knack belongings. Don't put all that furniture and stuff in storage because it's going to be too much. And lo and behold, of course, my dad, being who he was, no, I want all my daughter's stuff. You deserve to have all your stuff when you come out. And I'm like, now that I'm out, I'm like, I got to pay these 2 storages. I need this storage reduced down to 1 storage. So y'all are gonna see me having stuff for sale. I'm gonna direct y'all to my offer up, okay? Because I'm gonna have that. Also, I don't know why, but I put like 4 or 5 items in my store on YouTube last night, and only 2 shot glasses popped up. I don't know why. I have no clue. Can't understand why. I'm trying to figure it out. Only 2 shot glasses popped up. I'm like, okay, because I have way more stuff than that. Y'all know that. And I'm thoroughly confused. Anyway, with that being said, so let me tell y'all how I was done wrong. Okay, first of all, when I first got locked up, do you know what the first meal I had was? If you've been watching me, then you would know that it was bologna with salt on it. What's up, Shell, Morgan, and Marietta? Make sure you get an editor that won't rewrite your whole story. Right, exactly. I was thinking about having AI do it low-key. And just kind of like rechecking after the AI. And then also I was thinking about just putting it out there raw like it is. Because here's the thing. The way that I want to present myself is like with total honesty and total rawness. I don't want to be one of them people that, I'm not like Tamar Braxton or Portia Williams, who needs people to hide stuff for her. Like, I am an open book. I've always been an open book. And so I kind of want to put it out there like that. I'm not sure if I'm even going to do the editing thing, but I was thinking about it though. Anyway, when I first got locked up, okay, my first meal was bologna with salt on it, okay? My second meal was beans with cookies.
My first meal.
She think that's so funny. Okay, when she got locked up,
my first meal was Lay's, a sandwich, a ham sandwich. But I told them I didn't eat pork after that. I had to lie to them and tell them I was Muslim because I don't eat pork.
Oh, thank you.
And so my second meal, it was soup because I had came in on a Wednesday. And
what kind of soup though?
It was creamy broccoli soup.
Creamy broccoli soup. So you mean to tell me
cranberry juice.
With cranberry juice. Okay. So y'all know when I went to jail, everybody in my house went to jail. The kids, the dogs, the cats, the ferrets, me, and all my stuff even went to storage jail. Okay? Everything went to jail. When the queen fell, it all came a tumbling down. Okay? So you mean to tell me that I ate bologna with salt on it and she had broccoli soup with cranberry sauce? I ate bologna with salt with sink water and she had broccoli soup.
We had a water fountain.
A water fountain.
Water.
A water fountain with purified water.
Yeah. But
okay.
If we was in our cells, we could not leave our cells at any time. We could only come out of our cell for up to 7 hours a day. And when we came out of our cell, we would watch movies and just go outside.
Watch movies?
They would play music for us in our cells.
Hell nah. When I was in my cell, first of all, y'all know I be acting out. So when I was in my cell, we used to talk to the men upstairs through the vent. Through the vent, okay? And I was always getting in trouble for singing in the vent. And this one cop, I used to call her RoboCop. She would always put me on a 24-hour lockdown. And so I remember one time I literally was on a 24-hour lockdown for like 3-4 days in a row. And I was not getting the chance to come out of my cell. Like, they was not fucking with me at all. Dang it. They was not messing with me at all. And I was just like, dang, like, that was so crazy. But I feel like we were done so wrong. Like, until I got to minimum custody, I feel like I was eating complete and utter trash. When I say trash, I'm talking about trash. Now, when I first went to prison, things were a little bit better. Because I remember having like peach crisp and tuna, boiled eggs. But then the next year, okay, because I went to prison at the end of 2022. After I went to prison, I got sentenced on September 7th, 2022. Okay. After that, in 2023, it got really bad. They start always giving us apples every day, 3 times a day. Like, the food was horrible. You had to literally had to buy the right food.
Our food was bomb. Like, when I tell you bomb, we would eat like Alfredo or our spaghetti with like bread on the side with vegetables. And I feel like the only reason why we was treated that good is because we was minors.
Yeah.
But actually, and we could only have 5-minute calls, 5-minute showers. So whenever the head of the of our unit came, she would give us 10-minute calls, 10-minute showers. We could only call people on Fridays.
5-minute showers.
And then we had no face wash. We had to wash our hair with the body wash. And I did not know that. So I took out my braids when I was in juvie and actually washed my hair. And all my hair came out. So.
Okay, so, oh, that's so crazy. So what made me start dreading 5 minutes is diabolical. Okay, we at least have 15 minutes. But we had 15 minutes a week when I first got in prison. We took showers every other day for 15 minutes.
A week?
But listen, but we have 15 minutes free time. This is in a fish tank.
Okay.
Y'all will, in my book, y'all will, all of this is described in great detail. I just want to compare the two from when we went in. That's what I want to compare, okay? Because I'm in total shock, okay? So we have 15 minutes a week to make a phone call and get some commissary off the kiosk. Other than that, you was in your cell 24/7, other than the every other day of taking a shower. It will be upper tier 15 minutes that day, and then lower tier 15 minutes the next day. Wash your butt and go back to your cell. And the cell, literally, you can touch it from wall to wall, and you have a cellmate. And when y'all read my book, you will know that my cellmate smelled like onomatopoeia. Every time so my cellmate had BV, and every time she would sit on the toilet, the vent was up here and the toilet was down here, and I was on the top bunk. So every time she would sit on the toilet, her BV smell would rise to the vent, and it would shove itself down my nostrils on my bunk. It was so bad, y'all. It was so bad. Diabolically bad. I can't even explain it to you how bad it was. And if I said her name, I promise you everybody from Vegas on this live right now will be like, oh yeah, I know her.
Y'all, when I was in juvie, literally, I was singing in my cell one day, and on me, it was like me and my 4 other homegirls in there. And mind you, I still talk to my co-defendant only because we're not on probation anymore.
Let me see those chains. The chain one. No, yeah. And the other ones.
We're not on probation anymore, so we have no reason not to talk. This was my friend before we got locked up together, and honestly, it was just a lot. But when I got locked up, girl, we was singing in our cells, and the COs, no, the POs, they was like, oh, y'all better be quiet, y'all better be quiet. We was like, we already hit our cell, The next day came. Mind you, I didn't know I was getting released this day. But the next day came, and we didn't come out our cell for not 1 minute of the day to take a shower, none of that. And everybody was stuck in, because the head of the unit was not there. We had this lousy old light-skinned man. And
sound like your daddy. I was playing Ron.
If y'all ever went to juvenile detention center in Las Vegas, you know who I'm talking about. Little fresh, little short buff with a top that, you know. And so
that might be RoboCop. That might be RoboCop. She had the same thing.
Bruh. He was like, bruh, he was so cool though. He would open the cell to let us talk. We would scream out what song we wanted. They played a song or whatever. It was.
That's crazy. That's so crazy that they would play music like that. Is beyond me.
But California juvie is way better. Like in California, they have PS5s. You could walk down the hall.
This is something she's hearing from her juvenile friends because she's never been to California juvie. Like I've never been to a California prison. They would have never put us anywhere for what went on between us in California. That was some straight Nevada junk. Because California would have never taken that little situation and put anybody anywhere. That was ridiculous.
Like, okay, you guys need to calm down.
Right. They probably would have been like, okay, you need to go to court, children's court, and go to some type of anger management or something like that. But they would have never put me in no prison for no junk, for no slap. That's, girl, please. All right, let me show y'all some of the chains that I made today. This is a heavyweight chain. This is not nothing light. This is one of them. This is the other. This is Dior. These are very, very cute. I thought they were simple. I want to do some matchy, non-matchy earrings to go with them. They're like a yellow gold type of thing. I'm going to put these in my store tonight, but I don't understand why YouTube has not updated my store. I'm so confused by that. And then, so that's the 2 golds. And then for the 2 silvers, and I've of course made more than this. This one is Prada. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. This one is Prada, and then this one is also Prada, but they're very different, very demure, heavy chains, stainless steel. And yeah, so with that being said, I have been working on my chains and stuff because I know I've been working on my jewelry business because I know that yesterday I kind of let loose on YouTube about my situation and with Bruce, and I was very like upset, you know. Put that up there. I was very, very upset. Let me see that other one, the multicolor, the Aurora Borealis. I was really upset, and I kind of like really wanted to go. Like when I first woke up this morning, I woke up at 8 o'clock because I really let loose yesterday. I was pissed yesterday at this man, and so I had gotten on the internet, and I spoke my little piece and said what I needed to say to get out what I needed to get out. So this is another piece that I made. It is not done. You can see it still has the strings attached to it. And then the necklace looks like this. Oh, wait, hold on. The necklace looks like either this, or you can switch it around to look like this. But I decided to put a little necklace piece with this piece just to make it different, cute, unique, because I am making one-of-a-kind pieces that you won't get from anywhere else. But I don't know if you guys can see all of the beads on here. Just very cute, very demure, very beautifully put together, very heavy body, not lightweight. Okay. But so yeah, I've been doing my jewelry thing because somebody told me yesterday, somebody asked me like, are you still creating? Are you still being creative and doing what you do and, getting in your bag, even though YouTube has decided to do, certain things with my channels and this, that, and the other? I'm like, I'm still doing what I do. I really am. I want to, first of all, because let me start over. Okay, let me start this over. Yesterday, I got upset. I was upset with Bruce, and I let loose on the internet. Nani was upset. I was upset. And I let loose on the internet. Have y'all seen that TikTok where that man is arguing with his girlfriend and his teenage daughter, her teenage daughter, and her other kids are jumping in it and arguing with the man too? And so the man is like, you and your kids could get out of my house. And the woman is packing her stuff, and the teenage daughter like, so what? We don't want to be here. My mama didn't do nothing to you, da 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 da. Like, I feel like this was the first time that I ever got into an argument with Bruce or any man that Rihanna has felt the need to interject and say anything. And because I saw that TikTok, I kind of felt bad, and I asked her to like chill. But I do understand her being upset about her mother being upset if she feels like I'm being treated a certain way. Like, I don't know if you guys agree with that or not. I want to know y'all's opinion on that. Like, do you agree with not necessarily younger kids, but like teenagers speaking up for their parents when their parents are dealing with another, like their man or their woman? I don't know. I felt the type of way about it. I told Nani like, no, chill. We're two adults. He's known her whole life, her entire life. He used to drive her to elementary school on his motorcycle. So literally to preschool, to kindergarten on his motorcycle. So he's known Rihanna his whole life, and it's just like, or I'm sorry, her whole life. And so in that way, it made me feel like, okay, well, she feel a certain way. She should have the right to speak. But then also it felt like, okay, this is an issue between two adults, so chill. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what y'all think about that. Anyway, with that being said, so I let loose on the internet yesterday. And not only on the internet, my neighbors, this is one thing I love about my neighbors. Some of my neighbors, because y'all know I got that one neighbor. Some of my neighbors literally will come check on me, come to my rescue, feed me. One of my neighbors was like, oh man, I should have bought you a drink. I'm like, no, I don't do that. But a cigarette, sure. you know, because they saw me stressed out yesterday. Like they really saw me hurting or whatever the case, whatever it was, you know. Um, but I let loose yesterday on Bruce on the internet. He was so upset. He saw that video and he called me and he said, take that down right now. Take it down and take it down now. Like, who the hell do you think you are? You know, and not for nothing, I did promise him that when I got mad at him, I wouldn't go live and vent about him because I tend to do that. Because I share my raw emotions on the internet at times. You know, obviously, I'm living my life day to day. Like somebody pointed out yesterday, you get to see 10% of it. I can't show everything because I'm living my life. But he was pissed off and he told me to take it down. Kind of like we had this situation where we weren't speaking through the night. Woke up this morning, was able to get a conversation in edgewise, and we're in a decent place. We're not in a place where it's like, baby, come here and come hold me and oh, I love you. But we're in a place where we're still together and we are working through what we need to work through to get back on track. And that's where we are. With that being said, somebody asked me yesterday, like, are you doing what you need to do to take care of yourself? And I was talking about creating your own bubble and creating your own environment. So I wanted to make sure today I did that. My intention was, when I got up this morning, was to take y'all with me to the park. I was going to go to the park, get my walk on, my run on, get my exercise on, which I'm probably going to do tomorrow morning. I'm going to keep trying until I get up and go do it.
Okay.
Girl. Baby girl. I'm gonna keep trying until I get my ass up and go do it. Okay. But my intention was to take you guys to the park with me so I can get my exercise on. I ended up working on making jewelry all day to the point where I literally jewelried myself to death. Like, I'm talking about, I jewelried myself to death. Let me see those love lock bracelets.
Love lock.
Yes. Yep. Okay, so I showed these before on a live. I want you guys to see. Okay, I found all the lettering. I found cursive lettering. I found colorful lettering. I found regular lettering. So these are love lock bracelets. Let me show you another one because I think I have two versions of this. Yeah, I do. Wait, that's lettering. There should be one more up there. That's lettering. Oh, here it is. Put this back. That one. Okay. All right. So these bracelets are so cute. I don't know why they are not up on my wall right now, but I'm going to add everything to my website tonight. And I'm going to try to really get some stuff on this internet. I don't know if y'all know about my about on the chain beads on Instagram too. But so I have this version, which is the colorful heart, and then I have this version, which is the Gucci heart. I have some that say love in the middle, but basically what this is a love lock bracelet. You have the heart in the middle, and then you have these two charms that your initials go on. So it would be your name and your man's name, or your man's last name and his first name, or your mom's name and your dad's name, your dad's initial, your mom's initial. However you need to do it, and maybe it's you and your dog, who knows? But there's two initials that go on those two hooks, and these are love lock bracelets. This is a Gucci heart right here, and then this is a colorful, cute, multicolored heart, and they're so cute. So I've been working on doing like little stuff like that today and on other days, just to make sure that I'm like in my creativity, still doing what I love and like to do. And even though I'm not doing everything that I want to do, I'm still doing my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll soon have enough of a collection together to where I can stop creating jewelry every single day and just start selling and start focusing on other things. Like I have a couple of poems that I'm planning on copyrighting soon and stuff like that. But I'm not. I'm still in the stages of like growth and growing and getting stuff together. You know what I'm saying? But yesterday I went all the way to FN on Bruce. He seen that video. He was shocked and appalled. He was pissed off. I've got to give a shout out to AT2 who had my back during that situation. Okay, AT2 was on here giving me the science, baby, about all of it. I'm talking about hygiene, about, you know, he sent me a cash app. He hooked me up with a lot of knowledge yesterday just in this chat alone. He didn't even come up, and the video's gone. But AT2 really helped me yesterday, and then sent me a message on Instagram afterward as well, like, you know, just an encouraging little message. Didn't want to carry on a conversation. Wasn't trying to be all in my business and discuss stuff behind the scenes, but just was being supportive. And I truly, truly appreciate that 100%, because that's what I need in my life. I have too many people who claim to be my friend who are not here for me right now. You know what I mean? So many people that, oh, I'm gonna always be there for you. We gonna always be friends. And then you're nowhere to be found when I actually am in need of my friend, of a friend, of somebody to be there for me. And I'm not gonna say no names, because I think the people that know, and like people that got eyes can see. You know, but I just feel like certain things, certain loyalties, and certain, if you're real, you're real. And real doesn't just come with, oh, I don't agree with what this person is doing, so I'm no longer dealing with them. That's not how that goes. And not every adult is going to agree with everything another adult does. And so I just feel like when it comes to friends on the internet and supposed blogger friends that you're supposed to have, not everybody is built like that. Some people are just built like, oh, if I see something on the internet I don't deal with you no more. After you done been through so much with them. So much. And they went through so much with you. It would be so crazy if I sat here on this internet and really said some stuff, because I've really had to literally pep talk people down from hurting themselves, from being depressed, from all kinds of stuff. I've had to sit there and pep talk you down. But when it's my turn and when I'm in need and when I need you, that's what you decide to do with me. So with that being said, I'm going to leave that right there. And I'm going to just say I appreciate AT2 for what it is that he did yesterday for me. I truly appreciate that. I saw that Donat's channel was taken down. A couple of other people channel have been taken down. This is the reason why I think it's Maggie, Donat, and a couple other people channel have been taken down. This is the reason why I was saying YouTube is doing something else. I don't know how long I'm going to be on this channel. They might take this channel down. That's why I said all of my videos are I'm downloading as many videos as I can so that I can move them over to Rumble and pretty much back up all of my videos, because YouTube is doing something different. I think all of the beefing and all of the, all of that chaos that's going on with these YouTubers, people like Lips, who has his husband on here, and then his husband ends up killing him. And then you have people that are killing people on YouTube and filming it, and all that stuff like that. YouTube is on some other stuff. I've never seen YouTube do the stuff that they're doing right now with people's channels. And so all I'm saying is, not only do the YouTube environment feel unstable, but so do the people that's supposed to be loyal to you on YouTube. Everything about YouTube is unstable. That's what I'm saying. And that goes from the people to the actual app. It's unstable. Okay? I'm just saying, all I'm saying is I done backed up my stuff on Rumble because I'm confused at what's going on. Not everybody is my loyal, good girlfriend. And I just have to put that into perspective. It is what it is. And then people want to holler about how they helped me when I was in there and whatever. Okay, and I never ever said that you didn't. Okay? Never, 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 not once said that you didn't, and I wouldn't. And I wouldn't. As a matter of fact, I don't even know what I've done to you. And this person knows who I'm talking to. I'm going to keep it real with you. Okay? And I'm just going to be 100 right now because that's what I'm being. Okay? So we're going to cut off and start from another thing. There are people that will contact me and they would say, oh, K-Mac is in this people's live talking ish about you in the comments section. These people are, let's say Marcy. They say Marcy. I'm just using a name. I'm just using a name. The first one was accurate. This one I'm saying I'm just using a name. Was in this person's comment section talking ish about you. Okay? I don't take that stuff personal. I feel like a viewer is a viewer. If they're viewing things on YouTube, that's because they are a viewer. Okay? I don't feel like that is for me to take personally. Hold on. I don't feel like that is for me to take personally. So I didn't, and I don't. And I think that based on me not wanting to take that personally, and perhaps maybe a few things that I've mentioned, in regards to AT2 being okay with me, I was looked at like as if I'm unloyal or disloyal or something. Like, as for me, I have to watch out for people that just want me to be in the middle of beef just to be in it. Like, I just got out of prison. I ain't even been out 120 days, and you want me to be in the middle of stuff just to be in the middle of stuff. I'm not okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, I'm not okay with it, and I don't get it. I have to do, again, creating my environment. Talked about this yesterday. Creating my environment to be a peaceful one. Even when it comes to Bruce, even though we argued yesterday, that's still somebody that's been in my life for 27 years. He's still not going anywhere, even if we weren't going to be together, which we currently are. But I'm just saying, even if we weren't, he still wouldn't be going anywhere. And at the end of the day, I have to create a peaceful environment around myself. Like, what? It's so crazy. It's all just crazy when it comes to certain people here on YouTube and the way people think. I really don't want to be involved with too much mess. I might say little things like, oh yeah, I did say Jaguar had a relationship with Nosy Ho. They slept together. Okay. Hey, Travel with Kimmy Kim. I'm not lying about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is a thing. There's been things that were said about me that are straight lies. People that know. Oh, she pulled a gun out on me. That's a lie. You took a screenshot off the internet from my house in Atlanta that had nothing to do with Vegas. That was 2 years before I even got to Vegas. And you used that as a lie in Vegas to try to make me seem like a bad person. Cool. Whatever, liar. You know what I mean? Like, certain things will be said. But at the end of the day, I'm not trying to go too far down no rabbit holes with no bull S. And it's just as simple as that. I had one person reach out to me, and I'm not going to say her name because I don't want to put her in the middle of no stuff. And she was like, this person over here is dogging you. They're using your name on their membership tier and put, about old tea, bringing up old shit, and using your name, do a copyright, right? I went to go do the copyright, but at the end of the day, that person didn't try to press it. Like, oh, well, this person's doing this person's doing, you know what I mean? It wasn't like a get in some mess. It wasn't those vibes. It really was not. It wasn't those vibes at all. It was, this is happening. If you care, do something about it. If you don't, let the good times roll. I did my part and I let you know what was going on. That's what the F I'm talking about. Like, let me know, and then I'm an adult. I'm going to make my own decision about it. Simple like that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, how could somebody that has never met me, don't know me from a can of paint, watching the same thing you're watching in regards to me tell you what's going on in my household. You, the viewer, know just as much as that blogger knows. The only difference is she gonna sit up there and make some stuff up for her audience. Whoever chooses to listen to that, listen to it. Whoever doesn't, doesn't. The same thing, it like when that lady came on there that called herself being my parent. I hadn't seen that woman in like 5 years. I don't be around that lady. She can't tell you nothing about me. What, that I went to prison? Y'all know that. My father passed. Y'all know that. Absolutely clickbait. Everything they know, you know it. You're watching the same shit they're watching. You're watching, and I'm telling, and one thing about me is I'm not going to hide who I am from the world. I'm not going to do that. That's not what I was meant to do. That's not why I was put here. That is not me. I am not doing that. Simple. Simple like that. Simple like that. If I'm hurt, you're going to know I'm hurt. If I'm offended by a viewer being in another person's chat who talking shit about me, I'll say that. If I am offended by this person, I will say it. Simple. Everything they know, you know. So, as an adult woman who's very grown, you know, I have a choice whether or not I want to respond, whether or not I want to be a part of your mess, whether or not, you know what I mean? And like, not for nothing, but like, don't put me in no crap. Don't put me in no crap. And don't even try to make it, don't even try to insinuate that I am in your crap. Like this person who was supposed to be my sister, I told her about a situation that happened between me and AT2, a conversation where AT2 said something very mature. Something very mature. You know, when she chooses to be calm and be my friend again, I'll be here for her. That's what he said. I was having a conversation with this woman, and I told her, you know, well, you know, she was talking about AT2, and I told her, well, you know, AT2 and I talked about a little bit about it. I didn't really want to go into it because it's not my business. But I did say that you two make up and break up. And he did say when you two decide to come back together, he'll still be there for you. Oh, well, why would you talk about me? Why didn't you tell me? Hold the fuck on. I don't do all that. I don't do all that. That's not my business to do. I didn't even do all that with AT2. I just said, I thought that was very mature for him to say. Very demure, darling. Very demure, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm going to try. Good Lord. I'm going to try again tomorrow, y'all, to get my ass up and go to the park. When we go to the park, I'm going to get my little exercise on. Y'all know I haven't exercised since I've been in the pen, the big house, the slammer. So I might be a little bit winded, but I really don't give a fuck. I'm still going to go forward and do what I got to do. Finna try to get this jewelry up here on this website. I can't spend too long over here today. Oh, this is what I want to say. I'm trying to call. So today is Friday, and I forgot to call my parole officer, but I'm trying to call my parole officer and see if I'm allowed on Fremont Street. I know I'm not allowed on the strip, right? I'm totally cannot be on the strip. And so I'm trying to see if I'm allowed on Fremont Street, because if I am, we're going. If I'm not, we'll go somewhere else. But we're going out soon. I don't want to just keep going live from the house, even though I will. And what? Who's going to do something about it? Nobody. But yeah, I want to go somewhere. I want to take y'all somewhere with me. And I want to go on a ride. Because I haven't been on a ride in hella long. Hella long. Like, hella long. Y'all wait till I move. Wait till I move out of Vegas. I cannot wait to show y'all this next chapter of my life. I'm just building and saving right now. And then I'm about to get lit. I promise you, give me just a little amount of time. And by the way, make sure y'all checking my Rumble. For real, for real. Make sure y'all check Rumble. Truh Talks on Rumble. Because if anything happens here, that's where I will be. The link is on my community wall. I posted a letter to my daughter today on my community wall. And then right under that letter is the link to my Rumble. And it has 2 likes on it. But, you know, that's because people's been clicking it. Go to my Rumble. go to my Rumble. I'm dead serious. Okay? Because go at that. All right, I'll see y'all later.